To begin, we had to give CVs and headshots for the role we wanted. I did apply to be a camera operative. I said I have experience with using the camera and that this role would help me gain even more experience. However, I was given the role for a production assistant. I was disappointed with this role because I wanted to have a bigger role in this film. To start my role of production assistant, I started doing research on what a film production assistant's occupation is, what they should do, what their responsibilities are. My research found out that there's a range of production assistants. For instance, there are location PAs. Location PAs are in charge of creating and distributing maps, delivering contacts, film, cleanup, photographing locations and putting up signs. Production office PAs duties include filing, answering phones and making photocopies of the film. And then there are on-set PAs. Their job is to have a numerous job duties such as escorting actors and actresses to and from their trailers, helping with crowd control and lockup, giving out schedules or scripts, collecting paperwork, delivering film to various locations and managing extra. PAs in the transportation department may also be responsible for driving crew members and package pickup and delivery. I was given the role of the on-set PA, so my targets would be making sure the actors are picked up and on our set. Scripts and schedules have been given to the crew members and the actors, making sure equipment such as cameras, light equipment, sound equipment is delivered on set, so transportation weighs a key target as well. Even though I don't own a car, but I knew I could at least assist in carrying the equipment to the set. On the first day of the shooting schedule of our first film, which was called War of All Ages, on the 8th of April, the time I was meant to be on set was 10 AM, but there was a terrible incident which occurred on the set about 9 AM. One of the male older actors attacked one of our children on set. I don't know the full outcome of the situation or why the incident even occurred. However, I know as I was walking to the car park to be picked up, I saw crew members standing there. As I wondered what was happening, my crew members told me that a child has been grabbed and slammed to the wall. 30 minutes later, Fran came to the car park and told us that one of the child actors was bored and wanted to play games, so apparently was throwing sticks in the older male actor's direction, which was annoying to the male actor, and he grabbed the child and threw him. The awful incident put timing and schedule back lot on that day. Fran sacked the actor and told us to find another male actor to replace him. As well as this proved unsuccessful, which means Fran told us if anyone can contribute in changing up the script, so doesn't have a male actor, which is the father. This proved difficult at the start. However, Ivan built up a new script called Four of a Kind. The Four of a Kind script didn't include any older male actors or children, and it follows up to the start about the background of the brothers going to war, which gave us some insight of the characters. In the middle part of the film, they go through the bloodbath of war and realize what they've gotten themselves into. At the ending scene in the injury tent, the environment and the mood changes to build tension. They discuss about the horrible things they've seen in the war. Filming Four of a Kind began on the 10th, however I began my role on the 12th. Due to the limited amount of space in the cars, due to the fact we needed to get the equipment to the set, there was not a lot of spaces in the car. So on the 12th there was an available car that was able to take me to the set. When we got to the set, we carried the equipment to the place where we had to place the tent after. Then we set up the tent where we could keep the bags and equipment. After the tent was built, location scouts went into the wood to find the spot for the war scene, so we had to carry out the equipment to the set. Filming Four of a Kind began on the 10th, however I began my role on the 12th. Due to the limited amount of space in the cars, due to the fact after this we had to wait for the actors to get to the set, which took around an hour. As they got on the set, we greeted the actors, showed them around the set where they have to go to change, and the actors were settled. There were some problems with the batteries of the walkie-talkies. As well as this, the team also needed more fake blood, so me and Ivan went down to the shops to buy fake blood and batteries. When we returned to the set, the actors were in the army uniform and were ready to film, so the camera ops, actors, producers and directors went into the woods to start filming. So the bags of the equipment were left in the tent, and Fran needed someone to look after the equipment so it doesn't get taken, so I looked after the equipment for some time, but I also went into the set to see if there was any problems on set. Props was the most concern, especially with the broken nozzles of the guns. I had to glue them back on and give them back to them. All in all, it was a good day assisting with the film, helping the crew with the task given to me. I gained a lot of experience with my role. I know the tasks and assistance that a production assistant has to give. In conclusion, being part of a massive group project film meant there was a lot of crew members, which means the roles needed on set were covered, which left other crew members and myself the jobs of production assistants, who were given not very important jobs to do. As well as this, the incident that killed on for the first film, War of All Ages, did set back the shooting schedule, which messed up with how many people were needed in set and roles given to people.